If you are the last person on Earth, what will happen to you? You will be shocked in 1 minute. Everything you know will change forever. You will cry in 5 minutes, because I am the last person on Earth. Your family and friends are dead. You will be anxious in 20 minutes. The first thing you need to do: make sure you are not dreaming. After 25 minutes, looking at the empty building. That's what happens when you're the last man on Earth. You realize it in an hour. You can do anything, so do whatever you want. Understand, after 1.5 hours, money becomes worthless, because no one can trade with you again. Internet stops working after 3 hours. Library will replace Google. Power runs out in 3.5 hours. The night will be dark. You realize it after 4 hours. Avoid injury. If not handled properly, you may die soon. You will start looking for supplies in 4 hours and 10 minutes. Find more pharmacies. The tap water supply stops after 5 hours. Humans can only survive for 6 days without water. The nuclear reactor will melt after 5 hours and 20 minutes. Go to the supermarket in 6 hours. Bring what you think you need. After 8 hours, find the best place to spend the night. An incredible mansion. After 12 hours, the only sounds outside are birds and wind. Stealing practical clothes when I was 13 hours. No one owns it. It's not considered stealing. After 14 hours. Noisy. Treat other people's things as entertainment. 16 hours of reserve generator. Only use video games. After 18 hours, you drive the luxury car you've always wanted. See you in 2 days. Survival by canned food is not ideal. Learn new skills in 2.4 days. To get fresh food, hunting and fishing are necessary. Seek protection in 3 days. Weapons you can carry. Start 4 days later. Domestic animals are in groups. The city will begin to fall apart in 4.3 days. At this time, rural areas are safer than big cities. Lack of good hygiene habits after 5 days. The pumping station is broken. Pets and farm animals starve to death after 15 days. Zoo animals escaped 20 days later. Stay away from the lion. It's hungry. 28 days later, find a safe source of fuel. Over time, all fuel in the empty car. All will become useless. You have to adopt a pet in a month. It will accompany you. The crops were destroyed 2 months later. If there is no machine, it's hard for you to keep it growing. Plant vegetables in 2.3 months. If you want fresh food, this is a useful skill. Don't wear pants after 3 months. Stay good after 6 months. Keep your body and mind healthy. Go crazy after 8 months. If you can get to this point without losing your mind, then you are lucky. Satellites will return to Earth in 1 year. Objects in Earth's orbit will fall. Oil spills 2 years later will have a devastating impact on the environment. 2.3 years later, the road will be occupied by trees. The road can no longer continue. Cars will become useless in 3 years. Get a bicycle in 3.1 years. This may be the only one you can. How to walk around. Swamp will become a harvester in 7 years, covering most of the world. The house collapsed 10 years later. The rainforest will thrive in 15 years. Their biggest threat is now gone. 20 years later, Las Vegas and Dubai to disappear. The desert took away what belonged to him. You will die in 65 years. Your body may be eaten by wild animals. Climate change will stabilize in 80 years. Bronze statue 100 years later will be one of the last remains of humanity. 300 years later, if the Eiffel Tower is not maintained, it will collapse to the ground. Iron reacts with oxygen in the air. 1,000 years of garbage. Garbage accumulation. Piles of garbage are always on the prowl. 100,000 years later, plastic still won't break down, can't be digested by bacteria. It won't decompose naturally. Then the question is, if you are the last person on Earth, what will happen?